Yo, what's good? What's good from the bottom traders? Very first tutorial. I'm gonna go over the simple steps of this thing as fast as I can. I'm letting you know that now. So, right here, right now, we are on the weekly trade tracker. On the weekly trade tracker, there's only one thing you want to do, and that's you want to go into deposits and you want to put how much you deposited into pocket options. If you did a promo code, make sure you have that as well. Whatever is in your real account on pocket options, that is what you want to put here. So for example purposes, to keep it at a good round number, we're going to say $100. All right. Once you do that $100, you want to push log. No matter what, just push 100 and then push log. You push that, then you're going to want to go ahead and go over to your binary compass. All right. Once you get to your binary compass, you want to make sure that whatever currency you are using, you want to go ahead and choose that here. So if you're in Europe, of course, you will want to do the euro and so forth and so forth. But I am here in the United States, while we'll be using the USD, okay? So once I pick that USD, everything within this whole file will update to the currency that you are using. All right. So for example purposes, if I were to be using the Chinese yen, everything will update because I am using that particular currency. Even up here where it says funds needed, that is going to update. All right. So you're going to need at least $83.70 yen at the least to deal with this binary compass with the settings, which I will get into. But the settings is what's going to determine on how much you can. The settings is going to determine the funds needed, which is dealing with your risk appetite. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and switch this thing back to USD. So as you can see up here within this yellow box, starting balance is $100. All right. Trades allowed to take in all. This is basically saying, hey, I only want to take 8 trades. 8 trades in all. Okay. But trades must win. I have to win a certain number of trades out of those trades in all. So here, for example purposes, trades allowed to take in all is 8 and trades must win is 3. Okay. And if you look over here to the right, lose no more than 5 trades. All right. No more than 5 trades. So that's basically letting you know, hey, I can lose 5 straight, but as long as I win the last 3, I will be in profit, okay? Especially if you follow directions good. I would love to sit here and say I guarantee, but I cannot do that. Trading involves high risk. I am not a professional, nor am I a any type of advisor. All right. I'm just somebody who loves to see other people get money the easy way. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and go back over here. I already told you. Starting balance is $100. Trades allowed to take in all is going to be 8. Trades must win is going to be 3. Now for your payout, you want to pay attention to that. Why? Because it changes often. If you're dealing with OTC, a lot of those pairs are going to have 92%. Okay. But guess what? It changes. It will change on you. So for 1 minute, it might say 92%, and the next minute it will say 80 or 74, or it might even go as low as 64. But you want to make sure that you are paying attention to the payout, okay? Because that does not stay the same every time. But it's rare that it does change up, okay? and you do not want to be a victim of somebody who was thinking that you were getting 92%, but you were actually only getting 60 something percent. All right, you don't want that. So fiat type, all right, I already went through that. You get to choose whatever currency you are actually using at this very moment, okay? And everything else will update to the currency that you are using all the way to the funds needed. Now, right here, just win this percentage. All right. It's just telling you flat out, hey, you need to win at least 38% of your trades to be profitable. That's it. It's not really that big of a deal, but just in case if you ever wanted to know the percentage, this is something good to know. It is definitely good to think percentages in this game. This is a percentage game, all right? So, back up here up under session target, after must win trades, that is basically telling you how much you will have in your final balance after you win your 3 trades. Okay? That's all that's saying. So after these next 3 wins, you will have $113.49. Please do not quote me on this. Sometimes it might be off by a penny or two. It just varies. And instead of me getting real technical about how pocket options really work, I'm going to just leave it at that. All right. And I'll save that for a later date if you guys ever wanted to go trade on live or whatever the question may be, if you have a question about that. But uh, account gain. This is how much you would gain after you have won your 3 trades out of 8. You're going to have a 13.49% gain on your account. Okay. Phase profit. One phase equals those 3 trades or whatever trades you have picked. That will be considered as one phase. Sometimes you will not be able to finish. I will show you why. But if just so you were not able to finish all 3 trades due to pocket options not letting you trade under $1, that would still be considered as one phase. So if you end up having to do only 2 trades, that's still considered one phase. Here, where it says lose more than, you cannot lose more than 5 trades. Why? Because your settings are 8 out. I'm sorry, your settings are 8 and 3, meaning you have to win at least 3 out of 8. So that leaves you room to only have 5 losses. All right. Anything over 5, you lose. But if you do end up losing 5 straight, that means you have to win 3 straight. Honestly, I hope you don't never have to get down to that point to where you have to win at least 3 straight trades. But like I said, this is not advice. Sometimes you will get a little lucky. Hey, if you feel like you can stand it, then go right ahead. Be my guest. I hope you win. Because guess what? I've done it too. I've got down to those last 3, and sometimes it work out, sometimes it doesn't. But to practice good money management, you might want to just go ahead and restart your whole binary compass, re-enter whatever balance you are in, instead of taking the risk of blowing your account. All right. So a couple features here, okay? A couple features. As you can see, I have the clock right here. Right now, that is exactly what time it is right now where I am, okay? Eastern time for anybody that do not know. And yes, it is Wednesday, October the 1st. Wow, the first of the month is here, 2025. Right next to it is a trigger that, let's say if you were to open up your binary compass and the time was not correct or the date was not correct, it would be a good habit, as soon as you open it up, go ahead and click that. Go ahead and click that trigger, and what's going to happen is it's going to update your time and your date, okay? So you don't have to do anything manually, just click that and it'll update it. Um Here on the log it session, I will explain that here in a little bit with the features. And last but not least, here I have a trigger where it will will take you straight to the Discord. You click that, it's gonna come up letting you know that, hey, click here to join FTB from the bottom, Traders on Discord. Why is that important? Because you may have a question and you will be able to reach me there, okay? You may have a question and somebody else may be able to answer your question on the fly. It's going to be a lot of information in the Discord, and trust and believe, you will not be disappointed, all right?